Hello, Mark Crossfield here, and today we've got the Titleist AP2 hitting up against the TaylorMade R11. So these two clubs, slightly different players ilk possibly. We're going to hit them up, show you exactly what they do for your game, what they could do for your game, or what they couldn't do for your game. So let's get into it. Titleist AP2 hitting up against R11 from TaylorMade. So Titleist AP2 against R11 from TaylorMade. You've got this red tuning port on the back of TaylorMade to allow them to optimise the swing weight. Titleist will do that in-house. They don't need that little port. They'll be able to do that themselves. You've got the bottom lines of these two clubs slightly thicker in the R11 to Titleist slightly thinner. Top lines of these two clubs, again, R11 slightly thicker to the AP2, looking slightly slimmer. Head size very similar, slightly more squat head design in the AP2 to the longer head in the TaylorMade R11. So let's give these two clubs a hit and see what they come out like. So we're going to start with the TaylorMade R11. So in theory, this one is easier to hit than the AP2, bigger head, thicker sole, slightly thicker top line. It's certainly going to be maybe a little bit more confidence inspiring. So let's give it a hit and see how it feels compared to the AP2. Putting it down at the ball, it's not the prettiest club in the world. Certainly I think AP2 is going to win the looks competition on these two for classic design. But then again, if you're looking for something with some kind of confidence inspiring looks, then R11 will do this for you because it is chunkier. Let's give it a hit, see how it feels. Feels exactly like you expect TaylorMade to feel. Strong, powerful, quite a loud sound off the face, quite a big statement club. It makes a lot of noise and it fires off the face. Let's give that another hit. Does feel good, R11. It does feel like it's going half a club further than it should. But for lots of people, that might be a good thing. That extra distance that it provides might be something you're after. If you're after just pure control, you might have to start rewriting your distances with this club a little bit. So let's give this one more hit. It does fly. It's a medium height. It's true-ish, a little higher than I'd expect. It certainly doesn't go as high as I first would imagine from the design. It's not that it's mega chunky, but it looks like there's plenty of help there. So let's compare that up to the AP2 from Titleist. So definitely for me, AP2 wins on looks. The squat head design I like, which I think I've said in lots of other videos where TaylorMade's always feel quite long. Thinner top line I like, but this does feel harder to hit. You know, this one is going to take a little bit more concentration. It's going to take a little bit more skill in your striking. So let's give the AP2 a hit, see how it feels in comparison. Okay, feels similar. That was at target. Slightly softer, arguably, than R11. Doesn't feel as boomy off the face as R11. R11 really does clip. Let's give it another hit. It's a similar height actually. I mean, the height difference in these two isn't that different. Even though this has the thinner sole and it also has the thinner top line, the actual launch on these two clubs for me is very, very similar. That'll be subject to how well you're hitting it or the swings you bring to the table, your club head speed and what have you. So certainly, I mean, with any of these clubs and any clubs really, you should be thinking about getting fitted before purchasing. But these clubs for me are launching at a very similar height. So if it was after height, I'd struggle to pick. Considering this has got the forged element to it as well, AP2, it doesn't feel that soft. It feels very similar to R11 in that ilk, so it feels very similar off the face, maybe a little louder and certainly a little bit more kind of punch out there it feels with R11, so it feels stronger. Look guys, two very good clubs. They could appeal, both of these clubs could appeal to all levels of golfers, subject to how well or bad you strike the ball, depending if you want confidence or if you want playability. AP2 for me offers a little bit more classic looks with a bit of help. R11 is a little bit more confident inspiring, but it does perform very similar. So interesting, maybe not designed for the same golfers, but for me performing very, very similar. AP2 from Titleist, TaylorMade R11 from the big old TaylorMade. Let me know what you think. Post comments down below. I'd love to hear what you've got to say about these two clubs because It's an interesting one for me. I was expecting AP2 just to run away with that in my ilk, but similar, couldn't decide. Thanks for watching, hope that helps, and we'll see you all soon.